Sometimes fine margins are the difference between something being just okay and something being great. The Pompeak Gentleman's Collection teeters between the two. It's got a lot of potential and it's ambitious in its scope, but how close does it get to greatness? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, please consider subscribing and giving this video a like if you like it. Every new subscriber counts and each and every one really helps out the channel. Thank you. Now onto the watch. When I recently reviewed the Pompeak Subaquatic, I compared its dial to that of a Patek Phillipe Aquanaut. This micro brand evidently has a thing for interesting patterns. The fact it's lent me 2 watches in a row to review shows that they're not worried about some pretty bold ones at that. Hit the link in the corner to see that one. The Gentleman's Classic comes in at 40mm, has a universally wearable 46mm lug-to-lug measurement and a thickness of 11.5mm. So far, so good. The 20mm lug width makes it suitable for more strap changes than your mum's dildo, and the taper to 19mm at the clasp is as smooth and seamless a transition as one psychotic Conservative Prime Minister to another. Basically, this is a very wearable piece. But despite that wearability, I just can't bring myself to get on with it. And that's not for want of trying, but you shouldn't have to try and like a watch, should you? But when it wears well, is as legible as this is, and has a dial like that, you almost will yourself to get on with it. Like putting off a divorce because he's buying you a piece of land to build your spec house.
The building department. They're repealing the stop work order on my spec house. Construction may begin immediately. Tony, is this you?
Can you tell I've been rewatching The Sopranos lately? Yeah, me too. Let's take a closer look at that dial. The thumbnail comes straight from the fact that when I first saw this watch, all I could think of was the Grand Seiko SBGH267. High praise indeed. But look at the complexity of the gear shape patterning, the way it weaves and seems to spiralise towards the centre, like an Escher painting on the wrist. The logo, that's acting as a marker at 12 o'clock, along with the font of the branding, is still right up my street, just as it was with the Subaquatic. But the £500 elephant in the room is very much the open heart that sits somewhere between 6 and 7 o'clock. It's not for me. Call me old-fashioned, but I like my watches like I like my men, with their heart buried between a dial and a see-through caseback, visible at times, but ultimately you'll never truly know it. You can see straight through the heart of the Pompeak Gentleman's Classic. The small seconds complication is about 5 o'clock, so it's a bit off centre, and the beating heart keeping that small seconds hand ticking at 21,600 vibrations per hour is the Miyota 82S5. This one is running great at just plus 6 seconds or so a day, which is very impressive considering Miyota claim tolerances on these of -20 to plus 40 seconds per day. And that's in a watch costing just £304 at time of recording in the sale. Pompeak have very kindly offered viewers of this channel a 15% discount across their website using the code LOOMPIP15, taking this down to... hold on a sec. Let me just run this through the computer. Carry the free... £258.4. No, I mean £258.40. Yeah, that makes this a whole lot more appealing, but so would, frankly, just not having that open heart design. Stick that small seconds complication at 6 o'clock with a different movement, or better still, just make it a standard 3-hander, maybe with a date at 3 o'clock or 6 o'clock, and combine it with that dial, and you've got... I'm doing the chef's kiss thing. You know, the chef's kiss. See? I am young and hip. You've probably noticed that I haven't yet talked about the bracelet, and that's because it's very meh. Yeah, there are half links, but the unsigned butterfly clasp has some play in it, and although it looks like a 5-link bracelet, it only looks like a 5-link bracelet. Those polished centres aren't individual or articulating or anything. It's still a comfy watch to wear, and the half links definitely make it easier to get a good fit, but I'll never spew gushing praise about a butterfly clasp like I would a good deployment one. All in all, it's a solid offering for an everyday piece, 100 meters of water resistance and a screw down crown help in that regard, but if only it didn't have the open heart, then, well, I think that guilloche dial would really be allowed to shine. Then we'd be talking about a Grand Seiko dial for Seiko 5 money. So, to borrow from a popular meme recently, he's a 10, but he has an open heart. Thanks to Pompeak for letting me spend some time with this piece. If you like the look of an open-hearted gentleman more than I do, make sure you check the link in the description and use the code LOOMPIP15 for 15% off across the site. My personal pick of theirs would be the Subaquatic, for what it's worth. And if you haven't subscribed already,
what are you, fucking stupid? Huh?
Please do so, as each and every subscriber really helps the channel. But Loompip, I hear you say, I don't want to help your crummy channel, I just want to help myself. Well, when I hit 3,000 subscribers, I'll be giving away a watch, so there's something in it for you too. Thanks for watching, I'll see you next time.